Right, that's better. Hopefully you can hear me now. Oh, my word. You know, I'm sure I've said at some point that this stream is just a bunch of moving parts, and it's a pain to get going. And I've added a second streaming PC. Guess what? It's now more moving parts. Anyway, I'm going to have to see if I can rationalise this a bit now. Like go back to having using Microsoft Garage mouse thing or something, because I'm dying here. It's just wires everywhere, keyboards, mice, things plugged in all over the place. No, it's not a test stream. It's not a test. It's not a test. This is a short trip to Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Did I get that right? Close enough. It is by Ron Fu Tar. It's with the BR111 and it's on Munich Garmisch, funnily enough. Right, can everyone hear me okay? Are we all good? Before we get started. Oh, rail driver cam, I knocked it earlier, didn't I? Wow. Yeah, all good. Is this Track Shadow? Fantastic. Garmisch-Partenkirchen. That's how I have spelled it, Simon. Okie dokie. Right, okay. I'm trying to get used to how the stream works now. Now I've got to do it with two hands. NSFan1200, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I'm on the plus side. Hey, follows still work. Let me move that down just a little bit. That's better. Hey, Mr. TFL, welcome back, sir. Welcome back. Right, okay. Shall we try driving a train and see what happens? So the main gaming PC is really running nothing now except the game and my TS Connect host. It's not doing the map, it's not doing the rail driver, it's not doing the cab background thing, it's not doing the chat. That's all running on the streaming machine. So everything else is running on the streaming machine. So if you imagine, the network just must look mad. I'm going to have to draw it out, because it must look crazy. Because in the middle you've got the gaming machine, and then you've got the streaming machine next to it, and then there's my laptop, and they're all talking to each other. Don't worry about that. That happened when I tried it earlier on. Okie dokie, good afternoon. You drive to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, stops at all stations. So I guess we're going to start by stopping at that station. Sifa Pisa B. Hang on. Realises he doesn't know where his foot pedal is because it's been knocked about. Because that's what I do, I knock about foot pedals. Excuse me, folks, excuse me. Don't mind me. Foot pedal under the floor. Excellent. Oh, that's just a joy, isn't it? That's just a joy. We have brakes, that's good. Brakes are a starty thing. Right. Now we just got to wait for permission to go. So hopefully most of it's on this machine. Off to a fantastic start. Well, you know what? It's a bit crazy at the moment. You can see my stream. Yeah, of course you can, can't you? Let me just send myself offline. Better. Right, okay. Okay, we don't seem to be going anywhere very in a particular level of hurry here. Take that keyboard out of the way. It's not going to do me any good at all for driving the train. Better. That's better. Of course, this thing is semi-automatic notching again. Need to be wary of that. Good, PZB works as well. Woohoo! The good news is, most of the time things seem to be working. Mr. TFO, you want an outside view, do you? They don't really work on German scenarios. That was a green light. I'm going to treat that green light with a contempt, actually, the great amusement and pleasure that it deserves. Right, our speed limit is 80 km/h. We released from monitoring because it was a green light. We are now free up to the speed limit, so I am accelerating. No, it was because the dynamic brakes, for some reason, apply sometimes on the German trains. I think it's possibly down to the rail driver. Oh hello, we're over speeding. Come on, notch down so I can apply brakes. Oh, I'm not going to get a good score on this, am I? Back on the speed again now. So what we're getting performance-wise, 75 frames per second. Fantastic. Speeding already? Oh yes. I'm driving a train, therefore I am probably speeding. That's how it works. Oh my word, there's a whole bunch of follows coming. Hold on, folks. Fun and Dr. Pepper. Two great things. Thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated. I've got your C. Rogers, I've got your scenario in the schedule. It'll probably be next week. Problem is, I find getting scenarios to run that are British takes me no time at all. Finding German and American ones takes forever. That one. I am flexible. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Blind Man Dan, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Banter Dwarf, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. 120. It has to be said, without the streaming stuff going on, the machine is behaving really rather well, actually. Mr. TFL, what's TPTS? I will explain that after this scenario, because after this scenario it is Switchblade Train Sim. And I'll explain how it works. Zizi Kutcher, yes, I am going to show the new setup. What I'm going to do, 6,000 followers special. I'll do another video around the garage, primarily focusing on the streaming setup and yeah, how it all works. I mean, there isn't a lot to see, but I can sort of point at a box and say that does this and is connected to that. And yeah, it's like I said, there's not an awful lot to see, but I'm more than happy to show it to you. Right, we are coming into Ulstadt. Now I'm not doing it on this video, but the main reason, because this stream, because I've only just got everything set up. What I plan on doing is the main reason I wanted to do it this way was to have a dedicated CPU doing all the streaming and recording. Now at the moment I'm just doing the normal recording I've been doing, which I could do quite happily on the single machine. But what I want to be able to do is to record at 1080p 60 FPS. So in order to do that I need to run a second copy of OBS Studio, and that wouldn't have fit without impacting on the game. We've got another couple of followers here actually. Peter 226PL, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Andrew Rennie, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right, let's get going. Notch up, 80 limit. Got no form of monitoring on at the moment. How long is this scenario, Banter Dwarf? Not very long actually, it's only about 26 minutes. I was struggling to find a German scenario this morning, or this afternoon, but I'm quite enjoying this one actually. I haven't really run the BR111 for ages, so I was quite pleased to run this one. Hey Hardeman, if you make sure your pen PC has plenty of storage, you can back up your streams and argue. Yeah, seriously, I've not got enough storage for that. At the 1080p high bit rate that I've been recording at, I basically get, it takes about a terabyte for a week's worth of streams. YouTube archives them, so I'm fine. Chris, how my ears? They are no different at all. If anything, they're getting slightly worse, but that's because I'm filling them with olive oil as requested. Apparently this scenario failed. Oh, they've run it before already, Flying Scotsman. Why is it in the suggestions list then? I need to go through the suggestions list because I think I've run multiple of these scenarios, these run through task scenarios before. That's one of the reasons I've been avoiding them, because they felt familiar. Never mind. I'll try and spend some time going through and checking them out. Unless I marked it failed because of the track stop bin error at the beginning. I used to be really picky about that. Now I just press F2 escape and see what happens. Filling them up with what? If you've got a lot of wax compacted into your ear, the recommended solution online and the doctors and everything else is olive oil. And literally the olive oil you can buy for cooking with, although you can buy it in a bottle suitable with a little bottle. The most expensive olive oil you will ever buy in your life, but it will have a set of it's got the dropper in it, which makes it a little bit easier to just pour olive oil into it. It's like 3 drops a day. Oh yeah, I know, I'm expecting the relief to be good. I've had the treatment before. When I was young and foolish, I had a... and I do not do this. I'm going to explain what I did when I was young, very, very young. I was only about, must have been 8 or 7 or something daft like that. And when I was bored at school, which was quite a lot at the time, I would put a pencil gently in my ear, up against my eardrum, and then gently twist it, because it felt really, really, really nice. Do not do it. Because what happened was, unbeknownst to me, one day I pulled the pencil out and the graphite stayed in. And it was nearly terminal. It was not good. It was because I think I slept for 24 hours straight before parents realised something was wrong. Took me to the hospital. They realised what it was and squirted it out, and out it came, big lump of pencil. So, yeah, I've had the treatment with the droppers before, but not since with wax, so. Right, here we go. We're off to Oberau. Do you not have to get them syringed? Yes, you do, Chris. You have to get them syringed once the wax has softened. What about the other end? What do you mean, what about the other end? Oh, I tell you what, this is just silky, silky, silky smooth. It is beautiful. Were you an aspiring accountant? No, I was just apparently really, really bored. The other end of the pencil. Well, that's just it. I had hold of the wood, didn't I? It was, you know how where the pencil comes to a point. Sometimes a little bit on the end snaps off the point that you write with. That was it had obviously been loose in the pencil, and it stayed in there. Right, we're accelerating to 60, we've got a 100 limit coming up. This is quite a pretty part of the route, actually. I really like the Garmisch-Partenkirchen route. It's just a very pretty drive. Yeah, you should never use cotton buds in your ears, Chris Rogers. That's generally... because 99% of what you do is stuff the box further in. You get a little bit out and then stuff the rest further in. So yeah, don't use it. Don't use cotton buds. If you look up online, there's all sorts of techniques for just, cleaning your ears out. Do any Tier 16 routes have Rep B? Yes, Andrew Rennie. The West Highland Line extension has a 37 with Rep B. Right, we've got a bit of a hill to climb here. Doesn't necessarily mean it failed previously, Flying Scotsman. It could be it was one of the ones that got missed when I was bad at uploading them. What have we got? 3.2 kilometres. We're running behind, but I don't care at this point. I'm enjoying the ride. So how's everybody? Has everybody had a good day? Ah, well, Nimmy boy, that would be telling, wouldn't it? Oh, I will say it's about 34 minutes away from King's Cross. I'm not feeling better so much, jelly beans, as I'm just getting used to it. It just feels like I've got my head in a pillow all the time. Everybody's taking the mickey out of me at work on a regular basis now, which is really good. Appreciate that, guys. Oberau. It's Friday tomorrow, it certainly is. How many minutes left? I've got no idea. 60% off North London line. Wow. When you consider that you get the 378 with that as well. That's awesome. I've not looked at what the discounts actually are on there, but people have told me about a number of things they've been getting, like the U36B, which is quite cheap, I think, at the moment. Cameron's, no, I haven't. Did you send me a Skype with your details? It's not a Skype, a Twitch message, because I'm trying to collate together in a spreadsheet everybody that gets in touch with me, and then I can pass those details on to the Flight Angels organisers. You're going to an American football game on Saturday, J Money. Good, what's your team? Banterdorf, what am I doing after this scenario? It's Twitch Plays Train Sim with HST is after this. Mr. TFL, I bought the AP313 for Cameron, my son, but I haven't played with it myself yet. Well, we're still getting positive points. Not very many, but we're still getting them. That's that. Any chance for a 315? Well, it wouldn't surprise me if wagons, AP and wagons do a 315, given how similar they are to a 313. Cameron's Gaming, if you can send me your Twitch details, your email address and your YouTube information, then I can pass that information over to Flight Angels and they can compare it with what they've got. Because what they've ended up getting out of YouTube is largely useless. They've got a bunch of YouTube names, which aren't even YouTube usernames. So they're having a lot of difficulty getting in touch with people. I figure since a lot of the people that won are probably on this stream, you can help yourselves by getting in touch with me. Right, speed up 2.8 to Farshant and then Garmisch. So it's not too long left on this one. Webb's Racing, your daughter turned 1 today. Well, happy birthday to your daughter. One is really a birthday for the parents, because the kids really have no idea at 1 o'clock, at 1 year old. They just have no idea what's going on. Where the kids lavish them with presents, and the parents, oh, what's going on my brain today? The parents lavish the kids with presents, and the kids just have no idea what's going on, but they're not complaining. Chris, no, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Sorry, really, I'm sorry. I have no valid excuse. You're a Raiders fan, J Money. Awesome. I don't really follow American football. My wife is a Patriots fan, or whatever the Tennessee team is. Her mother and her mum lives in Massachusetts, and her dad lives in Tennessee. So it's usually one of those two teams. I don't think they've been faced off yet, so it hasn't been a problem. Do I download reskins, Mr. TFL? No, I don't have any reskins other than marketplace stuff. Stop daydreaming, we had TSW. Oh, I had such a good drive today, but you know, let's see. The kids are more likely to play with the wrapping paper, absolutely. But what you know what you do? You get them for their first birthday, don't you? A train set. Oh, hello, Cameron's got an achievement. Yeah, you get them a train set. I mean, a model like a Hornby train set or something. Because then you get to play with it. See how many patriots there. She would eat the train set. I'm not suggesting you actually give it to her. It's one of those where you let them unwrap the box and then you say, and when you're older, you can play with this. Meanwhile, I'm just going to set it up on the dining room table, have a good play, just make sure it works. You know what I mean? Just making sure it works. What you do is then you do what I did with Cameron, you set them up. Did I show you guys the picture of Cameron? Well, I did exactly this with Cameron. Oh, this is hard now. I've got a separate keyboard. I need that keyboard thing. Right, let's do it later on. Oh, here we go. We're going to get some power now, are we? There we go. We're getting power. What kind of locomotive, Andrew Rennie? This is a BR111. It took till lunchtime for your dad to stop playing with it. I know. Dads like that are awesome. Yeah, well, I'm running quite late now on this one. So I'm going to get negative scores. Nice. Team won a Squadron Livery HST set on their prize board. Gambled it with other prizes and lost. Oh! Yeah, this is a Virtual Railroads loco, but 4S72. It's on Steam, but it's by Virtual Railroads. Can't see the score. It's 5-2-4 at the moment. Mind you, I lost about, I think, 200, 300 points at the beginning. We're off to Garmisch now as our final stop. And we're due there in about 55 seconds. Let's lose a load more score, because I can't apply the brakes until that's cleared. That's better. Just played a career scenario, did you? Nice. Bus driver, there's an external view. I don't get to do much in the way of external views on the German ones just because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. For some reason the dynamic brakes are applied. Sorry, the e-brakes. Put messages when CFI's going off, but you get the visual alert and then you get an audible alert. Just, you've got to pay attention, that's all. I've got a thing that pops up here, but I'm not looking at it. I need to reorganise the desk so that when I'm doing train sim, I've got this in front of me. the moment it's all the way to the side of me. You get rid of that annoying mouse pointer for you. Katie, you could always use the trick I showed on a stream once to convert all the careers to standards. If you prefer standard scenarios. Welcome, Chris. Yeah, the line that goes to Augsburg and Rosenheim. Well, there's the Munich, Augsburg, Rosenheim route and Garmisch-Partenkirchen route. It's a workshop merged route that Danny did. LNER, so the British routes after this. We've got 2 to do. One's Twitch Plays Train Sim, and one is RB ended finally. Jeez, it was only 26 minutes, Mr. TFL. There we go. Thank you for driving. Well, that scenario seemed to work okay. Right. Let me switch to that.